Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of our latest and exclusive content. Let's dive right into the episode. The episode opens with Hyan waking up from sleep. She pushes aside a piece of cardboard that had been covering her window. Looking through it, she sees a man sitting inside his car with several red lines extending from his head, almost like threads flowing out from his mind. He's trying to convince a teenage girl to get into the car with him. On the other side of the street, a woman is standing and vaping. Red lines are also coming from her head. Hyan sits silently in the dark, wearing dark sunglasses. She whispers with sadness, "Some things in life just aren't meant to be seen." But sadly, she's been seeing them since the day she was born. As time passed, she began to understand what those red lines meant. She used to draw them when she was a child, and it drove her mother to the edge of insanity, to the point where her mother ended up killing her father. That's when Hyan tried to close her eyes forever. She tried to end her own life just to escape this cursed ability. But for some reason, she couldn't die. And to this day, she still wonders, what are these lines, and is there anyone else who can see them? We shift to the police station, where Detective Hyan is frustrated. He's complaining about having to look after his niece. He laughs when his colleague jokingly asks, "What will you do if you get married?" The twist: Hyan is secretly dating one of his co-workers. And she's about to get married to someone else. Meanwhile, Suna, Han's niece, is being bullied at school. The other girls claim she snitched on them to her uncle. She stays silent, just taking the bullying without defending herself. Next scene takes us to a crime scene. Detective Hyan is investigating the suspicious death of a young girl. Meanwhile, Hyan receives a fruit basket from her new neighbor. She's watching the crime news on TV. And then she notices something strange. One of the men shown in the report has only one red line coming from his head, which is extremely rare. Suddenly, she sees him again, standing outside her building. She thinks he might be the killer. But to her surprise, her new neighbor welcomes him warmly. And at that exact moment, Hyan sees a new line forming between them. Back to Suna. She skips school and goes to her uncle Han, asking for money to pay off the bullies. At the same time, the bullies are seen going through her locker at school. Han gives her all the cash he has. He notices bruises on her face and arms and tries to ask what's going on. But she refuses to talk and goes to her room. Later that night, Han is smoking by the window. He looks across the street and sees Hyan removing another piece of cardboard from her window. At that moment, Han gets a call from his colleague. He's told there's a report from the same neighborhood. That's when he realizes Hyan was the one who made the call. He rushes over to her apartment to follow up. When he knocks on the door, Hyan sees countless red lines coming out of his head. She hesitates to open. A neighbor tells him she's extremely reclusive. She never opens the door for anyone. But eventually, Hyan opens it. She apologizes, says it was a mistake, and quickly closes the door again. A little while later, a new delivery guy shows up in the building. What catches Hyan's eye? He also has only one red line. Back at the station, Han talks to his partner Dong-ji about the strange coincidences happening recently. They're about to launch an investigation, when suddenly, Han receives a call telling him his father is missing. He rushes to find him and discovers him standing on the roof of a hospital. Meanwhile, Dong-ji is searching for clues at the crime scene. But he gets attacked out of nowhere. From her window, Hyan spots the one-line man again. He's standing in front of her new neighbor's apartment, staring in a creepy way. Then, she sees him go inside. Hyan panics, grabs a knife, puts on her sunglasses and tries to leave the apartment, but her fear overwhelms her. She collapses in the street. Now we're inside the neighbor's apartment. The mysterious attacker, Young, turns out to have a history with the neighbor. And shockingly, he can also see the red lines. Suddenly, he starts choking her. Hyan bursts into the apartment, trying to stab him with the knife, but Young easily overpowers her and stabs her instead. Across the street, Han notices Hyan's apartment door is wide open. He enters quickly and sees her wall filled with red line drawings. Then he spots the struggle happening in the building across from him. Without hesitation, he draws his gun and shoots Young, just before Young can stab Hyan again. As Young collapses, losing consciousness, he whispers, "The lines, they're disappearing." And he looks genuinely happy. Hyan starts to suspect that his glasses might have been what allowed him to see the lines. Later that night, Hyan receives a mysterious text message from someone claiming they can see exactly what she sees. And now, for the first time in years, Hyan leaves her apartment. But the question remains, what will she do next? Who is the person sending these messages? And are there really others out there who can see the lines too? All of that, we'll find out in the next episode. So, if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. And let us know in the comments, do you think things are only going to get darker from here? See you next time.